Hi, my name is Sophia. I wanted to tell you a little bit about my life. I was born with cerebral palsy, so I've had this my whole life. It affects my nervous system, so I would move a lot more. I won't have as much coordination. As far as my mental ability, that doesn't seem to be affected. Well, some may disagree, but I tend to not to say that. I'm born in Burma, India. When I was 3 months old, my parents chose to come to America. I do have a younger sister, and we have a normal sister relationship. We fought over clothes. We fought over toys.
Some of my earliest childhood memories, I think I was about maybe 2.5. My sister, although only 2.5 years older, was like a mother. You know, she was always watching over me. She didn't want me to get hurt. She didn't want me to jump off of anything and harm myself. You know, we were great playmates. When my dad and mom, when they started to realize that my sister Sonal was maybe not doing some of the developmental things that a 6-month-old would do or 9-month-old would do, they went to the physician, and the physician's description, once he realized what the diagnosis was, said, you know, your daughter may never be a ballerina, but she definitely will be a scientist. She may have some physical limitations, but the sky is the limit with you know, life, and she shouldn't be held back.
I went to the whole school system in Delaware. I started out in the Downey school. There I focused on physical therapy, occupational therapy. They also emphasized math and science and the regular subjects. I guess after a while they saw that I kind of stood out, so they chose to mainstream me to a school that they were to focus on my math and my science and my English. One of the subjects I hated, I disliked at least, was penmanship. They had the regular book where they taught us cursive, and we did the whole alphabet, A, B, C, D. So after our first exam, my teacher took away my pencil and gave me a typewriter. She said, this will be a lot better for you. One step teacher did open up so many doors for me. For 6th grade, I went to the regular school for math, science, and English, and I still went to Leach for therapy. When I went to the regular school, my friends there learned from me as well as I learned from them. The batch that got made then was like the first batch that got to get men's at school, so it was their first exposure to a disabled child. After elementary, I was fully mainstreamed to junior high and high school. There I made tons of friends. I had tons of great experiences. Went to football games. I went on field trips. Hung out with my friends. My junior and senior year in high school, we had to decide on what college to go to and what major to choose. I chose University of Delaware because it's close to home. And then the next challenge for me was what major I wanted to focus on. I liked 3 things. One, I wanted to go to medical school. But then on the other hand, I couldn't see myself doing brain surgery in the operating room. So that was out. The next thing, I wanted to be a ballet dancer. That option was not a viable option for me. So the last option was computer science. If you remember, back in elementary school, my teacher gave me a typewriter. So that opened up a whole world for me. It was something I could do independently. I didn't have any help from others, or I could do it all on my own. My freshman year, I lived at home. I knew my own limits. I wanted to spend my freshman year focusing on getting used to the school, getting used to the homework, getting used to the whole environment. My sophomore, junior, and senior year, I chose to live on campus for a couple of reasons. I learned a lot about myself. I became a lot more independent. My parents weren't right in the same house, so I had to depend on myself. So I grew a lot more as a person.
She wasn't held back. You know, she wasn't overprotected, or as I can see that happening possibly. But my mom was very much kind of push you forward type of person, and so she had all the opportunities that any other child would have.
4 years of college was one of the best 4 years of my life. The friends I made there, I still talk to every day. I met my husband at University of Delaware too. He is also a computer science major, so we met in class together. And one day I mistakenly borrowed his notes, so that's how we met. And then we had a comment to our friends.
And first thing I noticed about Sonal was her personality, how she was outgoing, and had a good sense of humor. So those are the qualities that attracted me to her. And it was almost like you couldn't get enough of her laugh and her smile and how she just carried herself. And she seemed to have, you know, a positive outlook on everything that she did. And so we started to date.
Then our senior year, we both got jobs in New Jersey. After we got our master, we got married in '96.
And had our son Andrew. Things, you know, from a daily basis are pretty normal for us. You know, some of the things you might think that she cannot do, but she does a lot of things. She adapts to everything that she needs to get done.
Every mom has a doubt, like, how am I gonna have a baby? Is he gonna like me? In my case, those doubts are times 10. Like, how am I gonna change that? How am I gonna change the diaper? How am I gonna get out at 2 in the morning and feed him? But I did it.
We have a typical husband-wife relationship, and get on each other's nerves, and joke around, have good times, take family vacations, you know, and we're building normal life together.
A couple of my other accomplishments I can tell you is I drive on my own, which I love. I tell everyone it's not only a car for me, but it's my independence.
We've gone to the beach together. She drove, you know. I said, Soto, take me around the block first and then you can drive to the beach, but I want to make sure. And so she's a great driver, and I just, you know, but she's so willing. I mean, how many people are willing to say, you're testing me out first and then we go?
I remember one time when she came to visit my school to give a speech, she basically just talked about how she's done like a 5K, she's skied.
That's the only thing I like about the winter time. So I was walking around a lot. I saw this program to teach skiing for disabled kids. So I signed up and I did that. So now every time we go skiing, I go with them. I don't sit in the lodge anymore. My next accomplishment that I can't believe I did, even now, a new gym opened up by our house. May comes along, and my son's school sponsors a 5K race. It took us 4 hours to get the whole race done, but we did it. And that was like a huge accomplishment for me, from not working at all to doing a 5K race. I've done that race at least 2 more times with my son. It's something we do as a mom-son thing. And I was talking to my friend, and I told him I was giving a talk on disability awareness. He goes, "Why you?" He didn't even realize I was disabled at that point.
I said, Sonal, you may think I'm crazy, but I have this idea that you would be the best teacher for these students to learn about, what someone is capable of. She went in and she was so open with them, and I was just so excited because these high school kids were sitting on the end of their chairs just listening and asking her all kinds of questions, and she was so open to anything that they asked and so willing.
I've noticed that with some people initially meet me, they don't know how to approach me, if I can talk or but some people with disabilities, and nothing against them, but they may be not as open as I am. People that know me can ask me anything they want about me or whatever, and I'll tell them whatever.
Being married to Sonal, as husband and wife, we go out to restaurants and things. The first thing we make sure is that they know that she can get out of her wheelchair that they see her in and get to whatever seating arrangements we need, because we really don't want to be put in to the last seating spot waiting for like a ground level booth to be opened up. So we have to make sure that they're aware of her abilities wherever we go, because sometimes people would look at you and put those limits on you, and we really want to eat.
I try and treat people how I would like to be treated.
And other couples may look at us and, wonder how we got together and what kind of a man I might be, and try to put me on some sort of pedestal because I'm married to her, a person with different abilities than I have, and really she is no lesser of a person than me. I mean, I have many flaws that she has to put up with. As a married couple, you learn those things.
Absolutely one of the most determined people that I've met in my life, and contributes so much to so many people's lives.
She's just as able and and a real person just like anybody else is.
She doesn't see her limitations, but she'll always try. She's very curious and wants to try different things and see what she can excel at.
Everybody has different interests and everyone's different.
My name is Wendy Strauss. I'm the Executive Director of the Governor's Advisory Council for Exceptional Citizens. I am pleased to share with you Sonal's journey. As you heard in the video, people with disabilities have hopes and dreams just like everyone else. They want to be included in the community. They want to have friends, hang out, go to college, go to school, have a family, and be employed. Just because people are different does not mean they are not amazing. I challenge you to reach out to someone with a disability and encourage them to be the best that they can be.